Hi, I'm Sam. This is the ending explained of Onyx Storm. So we start off with Sgaeyl and Tairn are both stuck in nets. While Violet has been facing Theo, Xaden is up against his sage Berwin. Also with Xaden is his new brother, who has watched him struggle with being Venin all year, and everyone is assuming it's either Bodhi or Garrick. We learn that Panchak has been the rat that's been exchanging information on their whereabouts to the Venin. The sage stabs and kills his dragon right in front of him with a dagger. Panchak says, "Please don't kill me, I've been giving you access to your son." And the sage is like, "I have another son, I don't care." Is he talking about Jack Barlow? Like he doesn't need Jack Barlow anymore because he has Xaden now? Berwin the sage then starts to come towards Sgaeyl with the same dagger he just used to kill Panchak's dragon. And Xaden's like, "Oh heck no. She's the only mother figure in my life. She's the first woman who ever chose me and believed in me." And so this is what causes him to throw his hands on the ground and turn completely Venin. He channels and channels. He inhales power and exhales darkness. Shadows spread in a fury of an onyx storm. His shadows knock out his new brother and his sage. Violet says down their bond, "I love you." And that thread cracks through the ice and he grabs hold to it and holds on. And so as everything else is slipping away, his love for Violet and his bond to her is the one thing he will not lose. And when he feels the darkness starting to take everything and approaching like the edge of his love for her, that's when he lifts his hands off the ground. He now has red veins by his eyes that look like Violet's lightning. Then, the famous mysterious conversation between Sgaeyl and Xaden. I think Sgaeyl is shocked at Xaden's plans to marry Violet and make her Duchess of Tyrrendor even after he's Venin. But he's like, "I have a favor owed," and it's the High Priestess of Dune. And sure enough, he calls in that favor and has her marry them. Then, the part about getting Sgaeyl to persuade Tairn. Some people think that they want Tairn and Sgaeyl to have their mating bond ended by Andarna. You guys, no. I know that Tairn has to sleep and recover later, but hear me out. Andarna can modify bonds. Hopefully she bends it and modifies it to where they can still have a connection and survive if they're separated for like longer than 3 days. Xaden's gonna have to go into hiding, and so they need to travel distance and be traveling for some time. And so hopefully it's just to modify the bond to allow that. Violet comes to at Ryerson House, and she's been missing for 12 hours. And Brenda and everyone's like, "Girl, where have you been?" She's like, "I have no idea." And Darna's like, "I won't let them burn you." So she's worried about them burning her, probably for, they are assuming, collaborating with the Venin. So this is what we know at the end. 4 riders are missing. 2 of them we know are Garrick and Xaden. Then we know that 4 dragons and 4 riders are dead. I assume Panchak and his dragon are one of the 4, but I have no guesses as to who the other 3 are. Then it says 3 elders were missing. Are we talking about 3 elders like dragons? If so, could it be maybe Tairn, Sgaeyl, and Bodhi's dragon had to kill the elders of their den so that they could become the elders? And then they could have control to take 2 black dragon eggs, 2 blue dragon eggs, and 2 brown? And that's what accounts for the 6 missing dragon eggs. This is a huge moment for the Empyrean. Maybe that's why Garrick is still missing. Maybe Garrick is distance walking these eggs to Umbriel to make a deal for Xaden. Violet has a wedding ring on her hand with the stone, the emerald stone from the sword of Erasia that's been missing. And this whole time, Violet remembers nothing because Imogen tells her, "You asked me to wipe your memory." This makes total sense to me. Violet, I know, collaborated with Xaden. She knew the plan, and then she knew to protect him and protect their plan, she would need Imogen to wipe her memory. And I'm not worried about us not getting the wedding scene. There's no way we don't get that scene later. We already know that Xaden can share memories down the bond. Violet also finds a note from Xaden that says, "Don't look for me, it's now yours." And I think that "it" is of course referring to Erasia. This book was so good.